Dream Team? It's your boy D Neal back with another reaction video, guys. Here we are back with the incredible family, the Bam Family, with 8 things you need, not want, need to know before moving to Australia. Before we dive in, make sure you subscribe, ring notification bell, get a video a thumbs up. Let's jump into it.
Here's some things you need to know before moving to Australia.
Talk to me.
First of all, before moving, you're going to need to think about what area to move to. Some of you may have your choices narrowed down by your visa options. We often get asked by our viewers, where is the best place to live in Australia? So if you are wondering, then take a look at this video. I highly recommend watching because we talk through how to decide where to move to in Australia. Keep in mind, Australia is humongous and it is not all the same. Everywhere has its pros, everywhere has its cons, and there are just going to be some places that are suited better to you than others.
I want to know in the comment section what you Australians think is the best place to live. You know, can we get a civil war going down there? Get a little debate, a little bit of arguing. Where do y'all think the best place in Australia to live is and why?
Wildlife in Australia. Australia is home to a lot of unique and often dangerous wildlife, and it's you that needs to learn how to coexist with it safely. And that means not doing anything dangerous like trying to take on a snake with a shovel. Australians do respect and care for the wildlife here, no matter how dangerous it might be. The only thing that many Aussies do seem to have a mutual hate for is the cane toad, and to be honest, I do concur, they are rather gruesome. Even the cuter wildlife, such as kangaroos, possums and koalas, are still wild
possums
animals.
Are not
you do
cute.
have to still give them the respect that they deserve and the space.
Possums are, I can't look at a possum and see cuteness. I can't do it. But yes, the wildlife, I feel like, I mean, you go to Australia, you should know the wildlife they got over there. You should know that you're going to have to adapt to around that wildlife. You're going to have to be cautious when you're going out in their habitats. You feel me? So when you're in their habitat, just be cautious. I haven't really heard too much about cane toads, so that's interesting. I'm assuming there's probably an overpopulation of them in Australia. Y'all got overpopulation of a lot of animals out there. So I'm assuming it's overpopulation of cane toads that just be annoying the life out of people. I thought she was going to say magpies, that Australian people have a combined hatred of. But no, it is cane toads.
Water safety. Every year people die here in Australia because they got themselves into avoidable danger. Unfortunately, just last week here in Noosa, a British tourist had a tragic accident jumping into one of our rivers. The truth is that not knowing your stuff just isn't going to cut it. Unfortunately, these kind of incidents are things that we hear way too often. You need to get educated. While most Aussies grow up learning water safety from an early age, many other cultures don't. For children, swimming lessons and nippers are a great start. Nippers are actually run across Australian beaches by the surf life saving clubs. They teach beach safety, first aid, surf awareness and life saving. For adults, you can also take swimming lessons at local swimming schools and learn beach safety from your local surf life saving club as well as getting information from websites such as Health Direct, which I will put a link for in the description. You need to learn about beach signage, swimming between the flags, rips, etc. It's also really important that you know the risks around your location, such as which kind of jellyfish there are, and also if there's crocodiles in the water if you are heading up north. It's beginning to sound a little bit scary, but it'll be okay as long as you're educated.
This is why I got my water safety down, because your boy don't swim in rivers, he don't swim in lakes, he don't swim in oceans. Your boy swims in swimming pools. I keep it at swimming pools, lakes, rivers, oceans, all that. Sometimes maybe you catch me on a good day, I might possibly get in. But for the most part, not getting in the water. I get in the swimming pool, that's about it. So I got the water safety down.
Emergency services. While we're talking about all this scary stuff, The number for the emergency services such as the police, the ambulance and the fire service is 000. And if it's not an emergency, you can Google other helpful services such as Health Direct for medical advice, and there are non-urgent phone numbers for contacting the police too, such as we have Police Link here in Queensland.
Shout out Australia, 000, easy to remember. Yeah, that's dope.
Natural disasters.
Oh.
When a natural disaster such as bushfires and floods occur, you'll need to be prepared and also keep an eye out for current updates from your local emergency service. For us here in Queensland, it's the QFES that keep us updated. They'll give you up-to-date advice such as if you need to watch an act or evacuate. They'll also let you know about safe places to go when evacuation centres are set up.
I think that might be one of the scariest parts of Australia. Them natural disasters, dog. Them bushfires, them floods. I've watched videos on both, and they're absolutely crazy. Like, that is scary.
Safety.
That is scary.
So we've spoken all about water safety, but now it is time to throw away any olive oil that you've been basting yourself with. And yes, Rex, I'm speaking to you. Slip, slop, slap with the factor 50. Cover up your skin, your head, your eyes, because you will want to protect yourself from not only premature aging, but most importantly from skin cancer.
Yeah, sun safety, yeah. I mean, in a place that you get so much skin cancer, I understand why they no hat, no play, slip, slap, slop. You got all these things. I mean, you just got to be careful. That sun in Australia is different. It's different than the sun in the UK or the sun in the US or the sun in a lot of other places. Very different. Be cautious, be aware, do your research. Definitely learn about that sun in Australia, mate.
My gosh, let's get back to something a bit lighter after all of that. We drive on the left here in Australia, which is great news if you're from any of the other 67 countries that also drive on the left-hand side, such as the United Kingdom and...
Why did we, 6,700 drive? Why do we drive on the right? I wonder why. Americans, in the comment section, help me out. Why do we drive? I don't know. I never questioned driving on the right side of the road. I just do it because I was born here. But why do we drive on the right side? And why do other countries drive on the left? What's the reasoning?
In Japan. Distance is measured in kilometres. And just a little bit of interesting info for you. If you were to drive from Brisbane all the way over to Perth, you'd be looking at driving around 4,440 kilometres.
Yeah!
It's a bloody long way.
Sound
Workers'
like
rights. Workers in Australia receive one of the highest minimum wages in the world. But not only that, the Fair Work Commission regulates workplaces to ensure that employees are protected and treated fairly. While we've heard different stories from other cultures, in Australia, workers are expected to be treated with the same level of respect, regardless of their role. Tipping isn't the norm in Australia, and it is certainly not expected because, as I said, workers are mostly paid well. If you know something that you think an expat needs to know, then drop it in the comments. If you'd like to know more about moving to Australia, then I highly recommend watching these two videos. And if you've enjoyed watching them, please like and subscribe.
Shout out to the Bam Family Lamb. Yeah, that was dope. Shout out to the minimum wage payments to their workers. It's absolutely beautiful what they get paid compared to the atrociousness of what we get paid minimum wage here. And I love that they all have worker rights and so much. But that's all we got. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe, ring notification bell, give the video a thumbs up so it gets suggested. It's your boy Neal. Out.